Jai Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to our Purva Acharyas. I pay my obeisances to our 12 Alvars. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I welcome all of you here physically at the Sri Narayan Dham International in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome in advance those that are going to be watching this discourse when it is posted on YouTube and the various groups from around the world subsequently. We continue on our ongoing topic on the soul, but today I thought it necessary to teach you or tell you why it is important to attend live satsang. Live satsang is important as physically going and depositing money in a bank. No matter how money comes to you, there is a point where that money has to be physically deposited, yes? Somebody had to deposit that money somewhere, even if you get in the money in your account electronically. Yes? The source of that money has to be deposited with your own hand, yes? So, if you want 2,000 Rand and you have 500 Rand in the bank and you put your card in, what will the bank notify you? Sorry, I can't hear.
Insufficient funds.
Okay, thank you. When you put your card in the Guru's machine and you only have 2 satsangs, what will the card say?
Insufficient satsang.
Insufficient satsang. Alright? Is it practical? Everyone don't have to come to the Guru. Neither does everyone have to have money in the bank, yes? But those of you that need the Guru, then you have to deposit yourself as a satsang. And this is a big machine. When you enter the door, it's a deposit. So when you want to withdraw, I can't trust you with the overdraft. I can't trust you with the overdraft because I go on the spreadsheet and see, like the bank. If you want to overdraft to the bank, and you are in debt all the time, will you get overdraft? And if you're in debt with the Guru all the time, and you get a spiritual overdraft, logical. And I've proven this point. You see, when Vasan first came to this satsang, very first day when I saw him, he was medically ill, and no institution, spiritual or medical, could heal him. And his bank account was in a minus. Bank account in a minus. For years and years and years, he banked and banked and banked and banked and banked and banked and banked. We used to have 4 satsang around Durban. He should cut his work time short. Remember Nirali? and come and help to assist the Guru in all of the satsang. He continued to bank and bank and bank. Talk of the devil. And when I say devil, I'm justified because if you go to one of my videos on YouTube, and I prove, Nirali, I think he was there on that day, and somebody was burning my bag. That girl was doing a Durga Arti, and my bag started burning. And I was explaining how Ravana runs out of the satsang. Vasu picked the bag up simultaneously and ran out of Kampala. Remember? So, Vasan, I've just given them an example on how the ashram is like a bank. You have to deposit before you withdraw. And I was telling them, Vasan, that you bank and 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 bank. Alright? And I'm explaining that if you need an overdraft, the Guru has to see your banking first, like how the banks check your banking. And when the Guru sees on the spreadsheet that you don't have credentials for the overdraft, the Guru can't trust you. Before the Guru should trust everyone. Yes, Vasan?
Yes.
First day, second day, third day, Guru should give and give and give. Then the Guru had to pay the overdraft. Who had to pay it? Guru. You notice hundreds of my discourses where I was carried and put on the seat, the same seat, because I got punished for giving and giving and giving. So now I was forced to be mathematical and scientific. So I know who can make it to the satsang and who can't make it to the satsang. Who knows? Guru knows. Guru knows when you go to the movies. Guru knows when you go to parties. Guru knows when you go to family functions. Guru knows when you go to other provinces. Guru knows everything. Based on that, you can't come to satsang. Guru knows. Guru cannot be deceived. And I'll give you an example. So when I was a disciple, not very long ago, from 1998, I had a 4-liter Jaguar. How many liters? Just to start the car, you have to have a few gallons of petrol in the tank. And Jaguars have 2 tanks, what it tells you. Guzzler. Huh? There were times when I was unemployed and Mataji was unemployed. But my intention to go to satsang and Mataji's intention to go to satsang throughout the week made it possible on that Thursday, somehow I'll come into possession of 100 rand. I'm talking about 2008, 2009, 2010. And on the Thursday, we'll put the petrol and we'll go to Westwood. those days the petrol was okay, we had no problem. But those days when we knew the petrol would just bring us home, and remember, I had a very steep driveway, exactly like this, but in the opposite direction. The house was up the hill. Here the ashram is down the hill. So I must have enough petrol in the tank for the Jaguar to go uphill. On those days that we had enough petrol, maybe a few drops extra just to come home, there was an old lady in her 60s from Kenburg, a very, very rich lady. She had BMs and Mercedes parked in her yard. On those days when I had absolutely no petrol, she would say, please give me a lift home. Please give me a lift home. So the Jaguar would go from Westville. I see all of you are interested. Just now I take the Upanishad and explain to you how the soul is. Then I see your sleeping, turning. But now, because I'm relating as Sophie, and this is why Sophies have high audience rate. I can see everyone is interested in this Sophie. Alright? So, those of you that know Kenville, you can't enter Kenville without driving through a stretch of informal settlements. Yes or no? So I had to drive through the stretch of informal settlements, drop Mrs. Kedden off and come back the same way and go home. And go home. So friends, in my biography we're using references because it's an academic paper. So I'm giving you spiritual academic references. What I'm giving you? Spiritual academic references. If you have intention to come to satsang, and if you don't have petrol, what my decided case is telling you. This is a decided case. This is a spiritual law. That somehow on that day you will get petrol. You will get petrol. It's a decided case. That is why Guru don't listen to bull stories. I have no petrol, I got no car, I got no drive. All that is B-U-L-L in red. Because Guru has been there. And then in this discourse I'm going to tell you about my cars. So, if your petrol has to be stretched, how many kilometers is Kenville from Reservoir? About 10 return? About 10 return? Alright? So there is a decided case by the Guru. A case study has been done with the Guru. Case study by God, by Guruji, by Lord Ramanuj has been done with your Guru, that petrol can be stretched. So I'll just give you an example. Vasan, on the 15th, I wanted to go to Marisburg. So I was supposed to go with Vasan, but Vasan was gone on a holiday. His honeymoon. Congratulations, Vasan. How many years you married now? And it feels like Let's see if you say the right answer or the wrong answer.
You can't answer it.
Okay, Watson can't answer it. 6. So I sent Watson a WhatsApp message. I didn't want to phone him. I sent him a WhatsApp message. And I said, Watson, I'm going to Marysville tomorrow. And Watson sent me a message. I'll be back at 12 p.m. I said, Watson, that is too late. But unfortunately, I have no fumes. Watson said, don't worry. I'll send you lotion motion. So Watson sent me the lotion motion. I put fumes and I went to Marysville. Alright? So your fumes can be expanded. Your fumes in your car can be expanded if you want to come to satsang. It's not about money, it's about intention. Coming to satsang is about intention. So I swapped I had the Jaguar and I had a 4x4 Pajero. I had a Jaguar and I had a 4x4 Pajero. I swapped the Pajero for a microbus. Because at that point in time, I was picking devotees up. Devotees who couldn't come to satsang. Jessica, what's the name of the place opposite police training college? What is? Lusaka. Yeah, Lusaka. So I had quite a few devotees staying in Lusaka. Absolutely poor. So I used to pick them up with that is why I swapped the microbus for a Pajero. And then there's a story on these devotees. So they used to phone me and tell me, Guru, nothing in the cupboards. Myself, Mataji, we should take a drive, pick them up, take them to Checkers, and tell each family to take their own trolley. I'll meet them at the paypoint. So I continued taking them to satsang, but I noticed a very, very rude behavior. When they used to get off from the vehicle, no thank you, Guru. Remember, Vasan? No thank you, Guru. Nothing. They used to come to satsang just for the Guru to buy them trolley full of groceries. But it was a lesson along the way for me as a Guru. It was a lesson you cannot teach people who do not want to learn. And poor people are also very devious people. That's why sometimes they are poor. We have to come to these realities. I brought homeless people into my 5-star house many, many times. And not only Indians, any race, they always left by stealing. Mataji will tell you, they always left by stealing. So sometimes they are homeless because of this very reason. But we do not judge all of them. That is why I continue bringing them. Just last year I brought 2 homeless people. Myself, Jessica, we went out of our way, and then the rest of the ashram went out of their way to sustain them. But what did they do? They went back to the street. So I went through all of these experiences. And I sit here
knowing how much I can do for you. Knowing how much I can do for you. I've proven. There was a white lady here, Jessica. What's her name? Only her first name? No. The one living somewhere in the wilderness now. We made her a millionaire. I think she's still on our WhatsApp.
Yeah.
She came to the satsang, we did everything for her. And we even, through Jessica's hard work, she became a millionaire. She became a millionaire, and we never saw her again. But it's not about not seeing her again. We don't make you a millionaire to take half of that million back. While she was there, she was dedicated, she came to satsang, she was stuck, but this is a scientific program. In a previous life, the Guru owed her. In a previous life, the Guru owed her, she came in this life and she collected. Does it make sense? And similarly, most of you, nobody is sitting here today without a previous life relationship. Nobody is sitting here without you can't sit in my presence. You can't follow a Guru in the Sri Sampradaya without being associated with the Guru in your previous life. So there is a time for you to come to the Guru. You can come as your karma, benefit as your karma, and leave as your karma, as that lady did. It was only karma, or you can come through with your karma, but transform. Become eligible to the treasures of the Sri Siddhartha Ashram. The Sri Siddhartha Ashram, Guruji left so much of treasures that it is enough to distribute daily. And when Kali Yuga finishes at the end of 438 or 37 years, there will still be enough to distribute good couple now. The point is not in the distribution. All what you want is here. The point in you is to qualify. If you are not getting anything now, and if you watch somebody that comes after you get a whole lot of things and go away, it means that person's request was made in a previous life and they got it in this life. You understand? There's no favoritism. And if you want in this life, then you have to sharpen your spirituality. You have to sharpen your spirituality. Ultimately, at the end, if you want me 100%, then I must have you 100%. If there are some kukrukus in between, then that 100% can't exist. You understand? So Vasan gave up his kukruku, and I can deal with him 100%. His relationship and my relationship can be 100% because this is Sanatana Dharma. But as I said, if you are sharp, go and convert to another religion, come back to me, be loyal to me, I won't worry what you're eating. Because that what you're eating is legal in those religions. But if you want 100% from me, and you say you are a Sanatan Dharmi, but you're busy with your kukrupus, how can I give you 100%? I know many pastors and Molana, you work which way you want to go. I can get you all initiated right here at right here at the ashram. Then meat will become legal and I can give you 100%. Does it make sense? Does make sense? Sorry? Or the other way around? Okay, you are listening. Okay? So the abundance is always there. I think we from the day I started this satsang, I've been saying, when you come here to this satsang, Vasan and Nirali can tell you, this has been my mantra all the time. Nirali is there for 10 years, 2014, 11 years now. This has been my mantra. If I cannot do something tangible for you, don't come back. Have I been saying this, Nirali? Have I been saying this, Vasan? Tell me which other spiritual master or religious leader says this. Let's be honest and open. Which other religious leader or spiritual master tells the people that's coming to his service, if I cannot do something tangible for you, don't come back? Have you all heard of such a declaration being made? And I make it on this live international video. If I can't do something tangible for you, don't come back. But you have to do something tangible for yourself. And that something tangible is to come to this service. This is a software updating center. Software updating center. Your software has a virus. The Guru is the remover of that virus. Grace can only flow when the virus is not there. Grace can only flow when the virus is not there. So I also have given examples that in the first year I met Guruji, I wanted my mind to be clear. I wanted my mind to be clear. No brandy, no whiskey, no Smirnoff, no beer. And Smirnoff Ice just came around that time. I had to give up Smirnoff Ice, person. Before we had all those horrible beers, and then all of a sudden we got fruit, brutal fruit. And beer started coming in tasty flavors when the Guru had to leave them. And those taps could open on the, you could twist the cap open. If you see in the back of my teeth, there are many, many broken teeth trying to open pots. The Guru is practical. I can even show you my teeth. You understand? So I decided I wanted a clean mind. I decided I wanted a clean and a clear mind, so I stopped drinking first. And I left the kukruku last. Okay? So, if I have to do it, it means you have to. There's no two ways. There's no two ways. If I have to leave all that I have to leave, then you have to leave everything that you. But that is only for those who are in Sanatan Dharma. Those that are in other religions, you have to follow my spiritual principles. But you can eat what you are eating because it is legal in your religion. But if you follow in Sanatana Dharma, eventually the idea will be to, eventually the idea must be to live. I can't hear. Yeah, if you feel shy to say this to an ashram, you don't want to use an obscene word, just say kukluku. Srini, after seeing me in his second satsang, he left meat and alcohol without knowing. How is that possible? Previous life, association. Previous life, association. He'll meet his guru at a certain age and then he'll become clean. Right? So there's enough scientific evidence to prove all what I'm telling you. I have over 1,000 discourses on YouTube. Even there's so many, even I can't access them. We need these discourses for references for the biography. Because there's so much, I can't find them myself. You understand? So I think it is critical. I think at the beginning of every year we have to go back to basics. There is absolutely no one. Most of my devotees leave after 4 or 5 years, 6 years. Yes, Vasan? Why do you think they still come to satsang for so many years? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Why do they pull so much of time? Huh? Sorry? The merits allow them, and it means they were getting something tangible. They were getting something tangible, they were attracted to the satsang. It means the satsang was bona fide, they were bona fide, and the guru was bona fide. Yes or no? So if I teach you how big the soul is, without teaching you why it is necessary to come to satsang, will it make a difference how big the soul is, where its consciousness can reach? Will it help you again? So every now and again, I have to remind you that there's so much I can do for you. Guru is not bereft of any prosperity in any form, either spiritual or material. But you have to earn it, don't you think? Why must I give you something? Jessica and Satish is there every service, even the in-between services. Even the in-between, the long 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, the year, Abir and his family are here, and you are not here. How can I give you if they are not qualified? Does it make sense to you? What makes those that do not come to satsang different from those that come to satsang? How do I as a guru, how do I as a guru qualified, don't I have to check this spreadsheet first of the most regular attendance? Sorry, Dana, I forgot about you. Huh? Dana is happy, touch off his clothes. For him, if anyone asks him how he can prove his guru is bona fide, you say after attending the how many years in the satsang, Dana? After 8 years in satsang, his tuck shop finally got closed. Alright, that would be Dana's story, bigger story, not his art repair, not all of that. He just couldn't close the tuck shop. His wife was not interested in closing the tuck shop. And Dana's family, the Pillai family, the wife is the president, vice president, treasurer general, secretary, and PRO. Meeting is enjoying it. And finally, the guru toppled his wife at the tuck shop, closed. Right? So we have to take all of these things into consideration. And just remember, I did not fall from a guru tree. I did not fall from a Guruji tree. Guruji's two sons are gurus as well, isn't it? They were born into the system, they never go through any austerities and penances. Me, I went through the mill. When you read my biography, you're going to see. You sit here where I had to go. Alright, I'm not sitting here for free. Yesterday we calculated 3 Prince. How many years I was sick, Prince? We calculated.
20 years.
Tell them how many years I was sick.
From 1988 to 2008.
1988 to
2008.
I was sick for 20 years. "20 years is not a small time. In that sickness, I opened various businesses. I was very, very successful. But that sickness would come and take everything away. Because I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to find a solution. I think, and I was an atheist. And I was a military man. Which military man can go and tell somebody, hey, something is troubling me? And I wasn't a pen pusher military man behind some police officer's desk. I was there in action and reaction. I was shooting and getting shot. Whole Warwick Avenue knew me. When I should walk into Warwick Avenue, the streets should go quiet. And they used to say that colored policeman is young. I used to look like a colored. I could see 330 million David and Deltas walking here. That's why I didn't see my concentration was here. Look. Look, Jessica. Look, you're laughing. Look.
Oh.
There's some millions of Davids and Deltas going on this end, that end, that end, this end, that end, this end, that end. So how could I tell somebody, Ghana, a big military man like me, and I had minibus taxis. You know what the name of my taxis were? Big Boss. Big? How can the big boss tell people he was being possessed timelessly? Possessed timelessly. How could the military man tell his wife he's hearing music in his ears every night? And this went on for years, until my night shift driver noticed that my symptoms were similar to the symptoms of his wife, and he was taking his wife for treatment somewhere. He was taking his wife for treatment somewhere. So he gave us an address and we went there. And this was a colored lady in Wentworth, but she was following Islam. Just selling some parts of my biography. I have to pay before you're coming to do Aarti. I like to see 50s dropping in. Alright? So, this lady from Wentworth described my duplex. And that is why I believed her. She said, you got her upstairs, you got her downstairs. Mataji had a chanda place in the bottom. And she said, in your mattress where you sleep, there is something there that is drawing your life. And at the chanda place, there is something there that as well. But she said she does not have capacity to remove. Remember, I'm an atheist, I'm a scientist at this point in time, but I'm a sick atheist and a sick scientist. Science is not helping me, and my atheism is not helping me. So, I don't know next day or when, but she said there is a Tamil lady that assists her in removing these afflictions. And she works in partnership, and I think they charged us a few thousand. Well, I could have paid anything, you understand. I was so sick I could have paid anything. So this Tamil lady came together with the colored lady, and the colored lady told me, please examine the Tamil lady's hand. And I examined her hand, and she cut a line. I know you like line stories. I know you love line stories. She cut a line, and she opened the line. I saw her hands were empty. Mataji was there too. We all witnessed her hand was empty. Then she went. So the base set is quite. No, she looked at the mattress or the base? The base. She put her hand under the base, and I saw she's struggling underneath, and she pulled something out, and a bottle came out. So big bottle. Then she said, no, there's another one. She kept that one there. She went underneath that, it was quite good, and came out, brought out another bottle. In the bottle there was like honey in it. And just, I think if I have to quantify, then only 10% of the, or 5% of the bottle had honey, and there were 2 needles, sewing needles, inside that bottle. And the colored lady stated that as the liquid in the bottle dried, my life was also drank. Alright? Then we went downstairs again, inspected the hand, checked everything, and she took a knife and she dug at the tanda place and she pulled out more. From there we went to many temples, many places. My friend Rajak, you know Rajak, the policeman that came for my 60th birthday. We are in contact. We used to leave the duplex. We had a luxury duplex, one of the first duplexes that was built in Reservoir Hills. I had every technology, the best fridge, the best video machine, the best hi-fi. And I don't want to miss out, Mata to be upset. I had the best liquor cabinet as well. I had my liquor, what do you call that, Dana? Bottles, nice design bottles, and the bottles were a little bit bigger than the 750 ml. So I should buy my alcohol from Liberty in Queen Street. They used to sell liters. So I could full dose. So I had a beautiful liquor cabinet, Satish. Beauty, you know. And then I used to also leave. So I had a lazy boy. You know the lazy boy? I wish this was a lazy boy. You just sit and leave it here, spread my leg up and leave at this cost. Right? Maybe my next change, Ali. Tell the designers. Alright? Not share Vyasasana. Ask them if they can make a Vyasasana with a lazy boy reclining. I'm getting old now. Alright? So I had a lazy boy. I had a single seater and a triple seater. I'm not too sure. And I want you all to listen to this carefully. Naveen, you will enjoy this story. But you can't practice this. It's too late. Alright? So under every settee, I had a bottle. So if I sat there, Satish, you listening? I just bought from that pub. It was all different pubs. And if I got up and went to the kitchen and came and sat there, I bought from there. In between, I would be polishing my black shoes. I was in the police force. My shoes must shine like glass, my belt, rustled, my SAPs, neat and tidy. When I went to work next day, I was absolutely neat and tidy all the time. I think I became untidy when I became a guru. All the time I dressed trim and proper. I dressed formal. I never wore tracksuit, no t-shirt, no ball shirt. I was a formal, dresser, belt, socks, shoes, all matching. Okay? Yeah, I had curly hair and I used to have a bath and just put gel and rub it, curls. Beautiful curls, but neat and tidy and boxed and everything. Well, we're going into my biography, so I'm going into this aspect of my life. So you don't get a shock when you read the biography and say what the Guru is talking about here. Right? So we had quite a few escapades. We used to run out of our house and go live with M.F. Rajak for weeks. Then we used to get strong. Then we used to come back and live in our house. Up until I met Guruji, I was still sick. From 1988 until 2008. I met Guruji in 2008. And one of these healers told me that you'll never get fully cured until you cure yourself. And I cured myself by surrendering 100% to Guru. So the same lady, that first lady that we went to, we went back to her, I think I was still sick. She cut a rooster on my head. A live rooster, she cut it on my head, and the blood flowed all over my body. Hot blood. Don't think you the only rooster murderer. Then we went to some sangomas, and they took a razor and they cut my skull and my chest, and they inserted medicine. My skull and my chest. Then there was a time Mataji was working, I was sitting alone in the duplex. And whenever I should feel the spirit, my vision should go darker. And on one such occasion, an entity I cannot fully identify, my vision went darker, and this entity asked me for Prince? For meat. And I went into the fridge, I boiled mine, and that entity ate its piece of meat raw. Opposite my door in the ashram, in the duplex, was a huge bush. After eating, this entity took me into the bush. And I remember losing my consciousness. And I screamed for my grandmother. My grandmother had a Durga temple. I was born in that temple, and I was serving that temple up until I was 10 years old. Somehow that memory came to me, and I managed to break free from the bush and run back into the duplex. I took my car and I went straight to one of my friend's house. And for the first time in my life, I revealed what was happening. Because the story is, if you're drunk, people will say you hallucination. That was the story. And I used to drink so that I could sleep peacefully at night, because this entity was inside my head. There was sound and music in my ear. Bubbles will run up and down from my toes to my thighs. So in order to hide from this situation, I would make sure I slept nice and nice. Now then, don't go now and tell Ruki there's a bubble running up your thigh there. You heard the Guru saying if bubbles run up your thigh and you hear music, it's Nirali. I was hearing music in my head. I know Naveen can use any excuse. If you hear music, Naveen, doesn't mean to say you have to open that bottle of Nirali. There's no excuse, absolutely no excuse. Alright? So, this Sophie is really moving, is it not? But we have to discuss this. Remember, I'm doing an academic biography, but I'm including this in there because this is a reality. This is a reality. People being possessed is a reality, is it not? Should we not discuss it? And who better person to discuss this than religious leaders themselves? Don't you think religious leaders should be discussing this? Yeah. So those same entities that were troubling me I had the opportunity to heal people when I became a guru. When I became a guru, when those people came to me, I could heal them instantly. I could even heal long distance. Vasan, remember that family from Isapingo? Alright? So it is necessary for a guru to walk all avenues of life. So maybe it is going to be difficult for me to get you here every week and talk about God. I think I'm a ghost storytelling. And just talk better. Like, remember Dallas? Remember Dallas? Vasan, you remember Dallas? Not J.R. J.R. Ewing. Remember J.R. Ewing?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, so Guru must now turn. I think this is why the India Gurus discuss stories and not spiritual science. Vasan? But I must have the right timing. Bring it up to anticlimax, stop there so I know next week you are. Yeah, whole week you'll be wondering what happened to Jaya. Who, and then when the series should end for a new season, then he was always getting shot by somebody. Then for the next 6 months we will speculate who shot Jaya. Remember? Mika, you were too small. Yeah, you asked mom. At least now you can talk to mom and dad. Yeah. All of you understand? So let's get back quickly. There are 4 seasons in Sanatana Dharma. There are 4 seasons in Sanatana Dharma. Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga. In Satyug, man lives for 100,000 years. Man lives for 100,000 years. Man is very, very tall. Very, very tall. Have we found big human skeletons?
Yes.
Have we found? Yes. So that is an absolute truth. Satyug is an absolute truth. Treta Yuga, man lives for 10,000 years and he is smaller. Dwapara Yuga, man lives for 1,000 years and he is smaller. And in Kali Yuga, this is our size and we're supposed to live for 100 years. Okay? So God has created a methodology of reaching Him in each of these 4 seasons. In Satyug, because you have 100,000 years to live, you got a lot of time to meditate. You got a lot of time to meditate. So God says, in Satyug, you reach me through meditation. Treta Yuga, 10,000 years, you got a lot of time to do glorious sacrifices and rituals. Because these rituals are supposed to take days. Suppose these hawans and these rituals are supposed to take days. You can't do it like how our people are doing it now in Kali Yuga. Then in Dwapara Yuga, man is supposed to go and worship the deity in the temple. But in Kali Yuga, man got no time. Man got no time. And in Kali Yuga, you can only reach God through congregational service. Is it holding true in churches? Is it holding true in mosques? Is it holding true in synagogues? And it has to hold true in Sanatana Dharma. Every religion is an offshoot of Sanatana Dharma. Every religion is practicing Sanatana Dharma. Besides, Sanatana Dharma is there.
So,
Yes? As I said, over 50% of all these religions know their scriptures. Over 50% of all the Abrahamic religions, the Baha'i faith, and other religions, they know their scriptures. Under 1% of Sanatana Dharmis know their scriptures. You understand? So, all these other religions are living more prosperously than Sanatana Dharmis, and then this is why we want to go and convert. But before you convert, you must fail in your own religion, or your religion must fail you. Then you must convert. Don't run there for prosperity. You're not going to prosper. You understand? So be very careful. Be diligent. There is no reason why you can't make at least 2 satsangs a month if you can't make 4. There is no reason why you can't make 2 satsangs a month if you can't make 4. Am I right? So you have to come to service. You have to start banking. Then I can be authorized, even if I have to give you a loan, if you are banking well, and if I have to authorize a loan, I'll be justified. I will be justified. A lot of you think that you have a huge bank balance of Guru. You don't. Most of you are in the red. Most of you are in the red, but you think you have a huge bank balance. I don't know why Asmika is smiling. And let me tell you, Asmika and Jessica, good TikToks about the Guru is not banking. Is not banking. Every now and then I see a good TikTok by Jessica, not banking. It's just acknowledging the Guru. Banking is coming to satsang. Are there any questions? Any questions? Coming to satsang means you get up in the morning, leave the problem by God. Because as soon as you take it back, what happens? Sorry? Yes, then you're on your own for the whole day. Then representing yourself. So if you engage a lawyer at night, Jessica, but next day when the lawyer comes to court, you're busy defending yourself there with the big magistrate, is a necessity 90% of your make. This is a mistake, 90% of your make. Once you leave it to the Guru, you have to leave. Because when you take it back, it means, and when you give it back, and the Guru starts again, then you take it back. That's a practicality of it. But if you leave it, Vasan, what you do? You heard? One word answer. And please today don't ask Vasan what is formula for success. He's very, very sick. I need him to live and experience and enjoy his success. If you're going to go and trouble him, and what's the use if Vasan can't enjoy his success, alright? So ask today, everybody asks you, what's your formula? Tell them, no, Guru said nothing trouble me, I'm here, alright? Vasan, his only job today at satsang is to eat and go. That's all. Jai Sriman Narayan.